The next thing when you're looking and designing a marketing piece is you have to understand that you need to make this mean something to someone. And this is a major pitfall. You could have the most beautiful, elegant, perfect looking ad, but if the message in there means nothing, and you got that out to 100,000 people, you're going to have very limited, if not zero, results from that. Because the message within that and meaning something to the client is more important than the look or how many people it gets to. I'd rather have a very meaningful message that means that just really tugs at the heartstrings of somebody, or they say, hey, you know what, that sounds like me, to 10 people than I would to 1,000 people where it's just optics and it looks really nice and everybody says, wow, that's a really well done ad. Because if you can really zero in on those 10 and have a very meaningful ad for them, you're going to get 1 or 2 calls. You could send it out to 1,000 people that might tip their cap and say, hey, job well done, but they're not calling. So you really want to say, in my message, what am I really getting? Okay? And so when you kind of reverse engineer that as well, and I say, what is it that we do? Well, we help people buy and own homes. We help people save money. And we help advise them to where, as they're purchasing their home or they're refinancing their home, they're making a sound financial decision that they're not going to regret at a later date. That's really what we do. But if I look out at all the different marketing that loan officers and loan originators do, I would say 95% of it has nothing to do with what we do. All their marketing is, I was in the top 1% last year. Our company was voted best place to work. We have a bank statement program, right? And none of those things are actually what clients are looking for. They want to buy a house, they want to save money, and they want to know they're making the right decision. But we're marketing things that are completely different than what clients want to hear. So if you sit down and you say, I need to make my message meaningful, keep in mind those 3 things. What is it that we really do? It's not a program, it's not a product, it's not a ranking. It's something that's directed directly to that client. I'll give you an example. The kind of litmus test for that is if a client was sitting in your office right across the desk from you and they say, hey, I'd like to buy a house, can you help me? Is the first thing you say, guess what? We were voted best place to work last year. Or, hey, I want to buy a house, and you say, I was number 1 last year in my company. That's not really going to get the response that you want from them. And quite honestly, no one would say that. So when you're creating your marketing, you want to create a marketing piece as if you're talking to a client one-on-one across the table. They say, I want to buy a new home. The first thing that you say is, perfect, let me start out and see how I can help you, right? Or you say, what size of house are you looking for, okay? But if you look and create your marketing based on a one-on-one conversation and that is your message, you're going to be much more impactful, much better off, and instead of wasting marketing dollars, you're actually going to start seeing results from those marketing dollars, which is the goal and which is the key, because if not, you could spend that time and money elsewhere.